is a Christian ministry candidate and seminary student. He's an active duty soldier. Please welcome to the stage, Jeffery Westbrook. Let's keep it going for Jeff.
Short. So, like she said, I'm a Christian. My name's Jeff, and which basically means I'm better than all of you. Yeah, right. And I'm judging all of you right now for being on a comedy show. I have to look at the Bible, of course. So, all of you out there, just sitting, laughing, smiling. All of those are ingredients in Satan's kitchen. Satan. Everybody remembers the church lady, Dana Carvey? Yeah, the church lady. Everybody knows a lady at church that's kind of like that, right? Or in your workplace, or it could be a guy. I mean, it really could be. They're just, yeah, Richie. Yeah, that's you. No, that's you. They're just really hard to deal with, hard to talk to. Well, I had one of those women at a church. I got to be careful. I have one of my pastors here in the room. There was a lady at church recently that came up to me and said, "Hey, I heard you're going to be doing comedy. How can you do that and be a Christian and actually be aspiring to the ministry too?" And I thought about it and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Only atheists, communists, and Democrats can laugh, right? Well, no. The answer is no. Obviously, that's not right. I love all people. All people. You could be white, brown, black. You could be an atheist. You could be a Christian. You could be a Jew. You could be a Muslim. All of you have equal worth, and all of you deserve the right to laugh. So Luke chapter 6, verse 21 states, "Blessed are you who hunger now, for you will be satisfied. Blessed are you who weep now, for you will laugh." Well, you might not laugh at my stand-up, but maybe you'll laugh at something, I'm not sure. My family, some of my family's back there in the back of the room, and they're like, oh, we had so many great hopes for this kid. Now people are just laughing at him up there on stage. My God, I guess lawyer and senator's out of the question. Well, I've done all right with myself, though. I've managed to keep myself from being very skinny for very long. And I think that's important because I've discovered that being in good physical shape is a sin that only leads to happiness and long life, so we can't have any. Another great thing about me is I love to make people feel better. Like one example of that is I like to tell people how much medicine I take. Just, so they can feel healthy by comparison. So the last medicine somebody prescribed me was like Hydra, blah, 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 whatever. And I quit count after that. I was like, my God, that thing has got 16 letters in the name. I'm done. So I say that because medicine, we think about medicine as a pill we take in our body. But I want to talk about the true medicine. And that medicine to me, and Kristen, our host, she's over there thinking, weed. No, it's not weed. It's not weed. It might be CBD oil. We just don't have all the research yet. But it's faith, just like my shirt says. At least for me, faith is the best medicine. Faith in all those things you can't see, and faith in all those things that just haven't happened yet, but you have faith that they will. And I want to give you an example. It's not a very good example, but one example is, your drunk Uncle Sam? Your drunk Uncle Sam. That's the guy that's going to come see you April 15th of next year, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Tax time. And they're going to take a huge chunk out of you. And they're going to spend it on a $400,000 toilet seat. And I have faith that's going to happen, because I lived through April this last year. I have faith, okay? Again, nobody laughed. It's not a good example. It's not funny because it's real, right? It is real. It's going to happen. Let me tell you about one that you might find more interesting. Anybody drive through the HRBT tonight getting here? I know a few of you did. So the HRBT tunnel, I'm going to drive through there tonight, and I have faith that I'm going to drive through that tunnel safely. And none of those fish, piranhas or sharks or whatever, none of them are going to jump over there and eat me down in the tunnel, right? I just have faith that's going to happen. I mean, can you imagine if that did happen? I mean, it'd be kind of weird. You know, I'm from Arkansas, so people back home would be like, yep, they just jumped around down there and ate his ass right there in the tunnel. And boy, they would have plenty of meat to go with that, I'm telling you. You know, they would have plenty to work with. It would take a while, especially when they got down to the legs. You know, I hate to say it, but you know, people always in the media today, they talk about thigh gaps. Well, I do not have a thigh gap. I've got a thigh crowd. It's very crowded down there, but I don't like to talk about it. It's not too Christian. One thing I do want to hit on, and I got to look in the Bible here to see. Oh, yeah, already got through that. Okay, a guaranteed example of faith. So I talked about a not so funny example of faith. I talked about a moderately funny, but let me tell you about a really real and funny example of faith. So you're sitting there looking at your kids, right? And I'm talking about your adult millennial kids that are living in your empty nester living room right now, okay? And they're sitting there, and you're like, well, I have faith that when I die, they'll have to get a job after they run through my life insurance. They will. Eventually they will. Maybe they'll get a Costco card and start teaching Sunday school or something. I don't know. I'd like to think they would. Again, you've all been great tonight, and I just want to leave you with one thing. This has been kind of a mini sermon up here, and I just want to end it on a positive note and tell you something real and true about faith. And listen to me, because this is important. If you don't take one thing away from this night, I want you to take this. Have faith that someday Keeping Up with the Kardashians will get canceled. Amen. Thank you all.